Well, since we're in lockdown, I figured I'd take the time to finally organize and go through all the different shells that I've been collecting over the last couple months. So I took some time to do that, and I'm going to show you what I found. Thank you so much for watching. This is SWF Beach Life. If you are new to my channel, please make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. We're going to start with my collection of Florida fighting conch. This was my first favorite shell. I've had many different favorite shells, but these guys, I, for the most part, just kind of keep them in a bucket. They're really hardy, sturdy shells, but they're really colorful. I like the juveniles. Those are really awesome, the little guys. And we have a couple little stragglers in there. So this is my collection of keepers. I did have a bunch that I went through and decided I would bring back. I recycled them. I dropped them off when I got there to the beach, and they were gone by the time we left. So that was kind of cool. We took them to bunch because you never find these at bunch, and I'll just randomly drop them on the sand, kind of hoping a kid or somebody will find it. I figured we'd take a closer look at these two guys. Love that one on the right, that buttery color. Oh, and then the other guy, super pretty with its brown and white. We're going to dig into these buckets. I got a coffee can, a couple buckets, I got a planter, my strainer. So I'm going to attack that coffee can first. Friends, do not use a coffee can to store your shells in. It's metal, it rusted, and I lost a couple of shells. I'm not going to keep those. But on the other hand, I did manage to get all these guys. These are mostly Calico scallops. I am very drawn to them, I think, because of all the different colors. I particularly like the ones that have orange in them. Probably because they're unusual, but I just think that they are very pretty. And in addition to the Calico scallops, we have some rough scallops. And I think I have a couple of bay scallops in there too. There's also a Calico clam up there, a discdocina, an olive. So a couple other things kind of made it into my scallop bucket. So this is, oh, and a lace murex. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little while. There's my Calico scallops. So we'll take a closer look at a couple of the, really, I like the one, they have the 3 different stripes on them. I guess that one actually looks like it has 4. Oh, just so pretty. And I'll show you what I did with them at the end of the video. Now we're going to take, that's a rough scallop. Take a little bit of a closer look to that guy. He's kind of cool. I love the orange. Always picking up those orange guys. And then we'll take a little bit closer look at a bay scallop. They're kind of pretty. I guess because I like them in their colors. Being from New Jersey, I'm just used to finding like white clams, which are so not interesting compared to these guys. So there's that Calico clam again. And that, for the most part, that's one coffee can down. Now we're going to attack this guy. Looks like I'm going to probably start a whelk collection, probably some olives. So I got through a little bit, and indeed I started some olives, apple murex, pear whelk, a couple more scallops. So as I went through, I just kind of kept organizing them kind of in sections, keeping the similar shells together. And we got some jingles there. Those are always fun to make things with. We got some tinies. That's a whole different video I'm going to do. Some top snail, a turban, and we got some more scallops. I apparently can't help myself, so almost as bad as the Florida fighting conch. And then whelks, I expect that section to be built out as I continue to organize my shells. I see some turkey wings there, some apple murex. So I got through that bucket and lost these guys. These I had in that metal strainer, so don't use metal to store your shells. Now, one last bucket. I'm going to dig through that guy. And more, of course, orange. Love the orange. We have a couple more tinies, a bunch more turbans, some more scallops. There's my lightning whelk collection. There's my Florida fighting conch on the left with tulips on the right. Got some kitten paws there. There's the pear whelks again. Some cones, some apple and lace murex. We're going to talk about that in detail in a minute. There's my olive section, some coral frags, angel wings, fig, horse conch. We'll talk about those too. Those are the Florida state shell, and I will show you a little bit more about those. So I do have there's some alphabet cones. There's kitten paws again. I actually thought I was going to have more of those. And some crown conch. We're also going to talk a little bit more about those too. Now the Junonia, these guys live in really deep water, so it's kind of like a shell, I don't know what you, holy grail. And I've never found a whole shell, but the pieces I would keep. And then this guy's a channel whelk. I only have one. I guess they're not quite as ubiquitous as some of the other shells down here, so I thought I'd give you a closer look at that one guy. So now that these are all out, let's compare a couple shells that look a lot like each other, and we're going to kind of pull them apart. That is a banded tulip. That guy, you can obviously, it's got that bands going around it. And then this guy is a true tulip. The true tulips have darker brown or orange splotches and interrupted closer set spiral lines. And true tulips actually eat banded tulips. Now here we have some snail shells. On the left we have the Gaudinautica, also known as the colorful moon snail, and on the right, moon snail / shark eye. These guys and some of these shells have so many different names, it's very confusing, but that's the difference between those two. Now this I've actually made a mistake on before. That is a lace murex. It looks a lot like the apple murex, and that's why I got confused. And I didn't find, or I haven't found, as many of the lace. So I just accidentally picked it up and thought it was an apple murex, but nope, it's not. Now you can tell the difference of the lace and the apple. What I use is that the little opening is much smaller and rounder on the lace, where you see here on the apple, it's much larger. Here you got apple on the left, got that bigger hole. That one I found on my shell tour. And you got the lace on the right. So it's got more of those little bumpy things coming out the side, as well as a little bit smaller hole kind of centered toward the top. So that is the difference between those guys. Now we're going to talk about shells and the critters that live in them, because we do have an opportunity to find the live critters a lot of the time. Here's a crown conch. This is probably found at Bunch. I always find a little crown conch there. There you see a live one I found last month when I went kayaking. Hello, guy. I love these shells. They're just spiky and they look kind of aggressive, but they're just really pretty colors and I like them. Now lightning whelks are ubiquitous down here. That guy I found in Sanibel. Oh, it was such a great day. We had such a killer shelling day that day. I'll put a link so you can go see that video if you like. And that's what a live lightning whelk looks like. He's got his operculum kind of tucked in there. It's kind of ironic, it's about the same size as the guy that I found. I always find the live ones at Bunch, but never a cool shell like that. Go figure. So that, you know, is a banded tulip. And once I got a picture of this live guy. He's kind of stuck inside that oyster shell there, finishing up his snack, I guess. So that's what a live guy looks like. It's kind of interesting. The state shell of Florida is the horse conch, and this is the largest one I've ever found and been able to keep. This we find all the time. We find these big live guys on South Fort Myers Beach, but they're always alive and we put them back. So I'm going to keep hunting. For now, I'll keep my little guys. Now, these are hagstones. I went through a hagstone phase, and I like these because they're created naturally by water kind of drilling or wearing a hole through the stone. And I just think they're really interesting. Some of them think they have mystical powers. Some of them think they're good luck. Some people think they're bad luck. I don't know. They're just rocks with holes in them. I like them. And here's a bunch of broken and shell fragments we've picked up. We'll probably make something out of it. I'm gonna make a jewelry video soon. That I could see putting on a board, just making art. That I could see maybe a bracelet, maybe grind it down to make a necklace or something. But we definitely have some materials to work with, and I'll share that jewelry video with you as soon as I shoot it. Here is a bunch of shells that I did find at Bunch. This was after a big storm late summer, and almost all the shells at Bunch are that bleached out white color. There you see an olive. That pear whelk, I think that's an anomaly. I don't know how he made it in there, but we just have all these really bleached out white shells, so I kind of kept those together. It's the lightning whelk, crown conch. Always find them at Bunch. Look at that guy. That's probably the biggest one we found. Kind of cool. look, not to me looks like a what? Apple murex that's been kind of ground down. Here we got a spiny jewel box. Another crown conch. So once I was done going through those scallops, I put them in this beautiful glass jar. I have a bunch of these that I'm going to be putting my shells in. So that's why I'm a little particular. I don't plan on filling my garage with a giant collection of shells. So I'll keep the pretty ones. I'm going to decorate with them and just enjoy them because they're pretty. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take care of this guy and I'm going to put those olives in there. So that'll be my next organizing project. And coming soon to a YouTube channel near you, I'm going to produce a video about all my tinies. I have a couple of shells that we probably put in there because I don't know, didn't put them somewhere else. But on the bottom of this little ashtray container thing are just teeny tiny shells. And they're actually really fun to look for. If you can't find the bigger ones, we kind of just go down to the water's edge and look for the tinies. So that's kind of fun too. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate comments and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my beachy goodness.